do you remember subject object? What is the difference?
Subject and object.
Subject
The
and object.
The object is to receive the action. The subject is to do the action.
Nice, exactly.
Okay.
The topic of today has a relation with that.
Okay.
So it's very nice that you say that because you can understand this specific topic properly. Okay. We are talking about phrasal verbs. So when we are talking about a normal verb and a phrasal verb, we have to think about subject and object, precisely. Yes.
Yeah.
Some verbs are, what are we doing here? Some verbs are I'm trying to find the lesson. Where is the lesson? Transitive and intransitive. Some verbs need connectors, other verbs don't need connectors. Some verbs need objects, other verbs don't need objects, and it's super important to know the difference between these two. Okay? But precisely we are going to talk about this. Let's go over here. Are you there, Sachil? Can you hear me?
Yes, teacher, I'm here. Good afternoon.
Perfect. Perfect. Okay. Let's begin. So we are going to stop the video of the pizza for the moment, and we are going to begin the new topic. Yes? I want you to think in the following idea. How would you say hablar inglés es importante in English? Any idea? Anybody?
Speaking in English is important?
Okay, speaking, you say, right? Why speaking?
Because the gerund?
Okay. What idea? So you know about this topic?
No, I don't know. What is this topic? I joined in this moment.
No. I'm not saying the topic. I am saying that you have an idea about gerunds.
Probably.
What is your idea about the ing? In what occasions do you need the ing?
When you use the gerund are.
Oh, okay. You are talking about translations in Spanish to English.
Something like that. I remember this lesson when I was studied in the elementary school or something like that.
Oh, that's the reason you get confused with verbs. Yeah, because you're saying no? The termination in Spanish. So when you speak a normal verb, if I say, I can, how do you say, puedo hablar inglés?
I can speak English.
Speak, exactly. What's the difference in this case? Why speak?
The auxiliaries, I suppose.
Exactly. So the way you are thinking is not incorrect, but it's an easy way to see the difference. It's not easy. It's a cheap way. What do I mean by cheap? When you consume cheap products, you are going to get expensive cost, no? So precisely these terminations in Spanish and English, sometimes they match, but in other occasions, they don't. So I am going to teach you another strategy to see this specific topic, okay? You are correct on the gerunds. Let me give you another view, okay?
Okay.
Precisely, if we think about the verb hablar in English, we get the verb
Speak.
speak, exactly. So many people make the incorrect idea and they say speak English is important. Robert said that the correct form is speaking English, and Robert is correct. You need the ing for this specific idea. So how do you know when is necessary the ing and when is not necessary? This is the strategy. Every time you want to speak English, you need to have in mind the standard sequence of parts of the sentence. The standard sequence, let me give a highlight to this. The standard sequence. What is the standard sequence for a sentence?
Person, verb, complement.
Precisely. This is the standard sequence. Whenever speak is a verb, right? So at the beginning, first I need a person, not a verb. The only way to do that is to transform the verb into an activity. Who remembers how to transform a verb into an activity? How do you transform a verb into an activity?
With ing?
With ing. That's correct. In previous classes, we saw that the verb in ing can be a noun. Actually, let me make you remember. Let me find this lesson. I'm searching, I'm searching, just a second. Over here. Let's remember this lesson. In previous lessons, we saw that the ing word has different applications. Do you remember this?
Yes.
The verb in ing is the verb normal in a sentence in the person verb complement. This is a verb, but you can transform the verb and you can use it as an adjective too. In previous classes we saw adjectives of purpose. Today we are going to learn how to use the verb ing in a form that can facilitate collocating the verb in the position of the subject, which is the noun. Gerunds, verb ending in ing, are considered nouns. A gerund a gerund, which means a verb ending in ing, is considered a noun. And it's super important that you see, in this case, the verb speak is incorrect because it is not a noun. You need to transform the verb speak into a person. Persons are nouns or pronouns. What are nouns and pronouns? Names, concepts, things. Right?
Yep.
So when we are talking about the sentence speak English is important, you need to consider the verb speak as an ing. You need to transform it into a noun. The only way to say it is as follows. Speaking English is important because now the verb is working as a noun. The verb is working as a noun. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Questions? Questions? No? No questions? Janice, Raul, Xochitl, Luis?
Do you explain the second statement that dog is protecting the store from criminals? I don't translate for Spanish.
Exactly. It's impossible to translate to Spanish.
No,
Uh-huh.
for me.
Exactly. That's exactly the point in this level. In this level, you need to disconnect from Spanish. This is the level when you need to 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 forget all the Google translation and all the comfort areas, because this is when English become, when you are thinking in English, really, when you are getting the ability to learn and to think in English. If we continue passing from Spanish to English, these specific uh, abilities never happen. So when you speak, you will speak incorrectly. So it's super important that in this moment you eliminate all Spanish Spanish process thinking, right? And think in the English logic. Many lessons, especially ing, are impossible to say in Spanish. Impossible. So you need to remember the logic from the class. Right? That was a very good observation, Raul. Very good observation. It's impossible to think in Spanish, especially in these abilities.
Yes.
Very good. Similar case with adjectives. Adjectives are impossible to pass to Spanish. Gerunds are impossible to pass to Spanish. What else? Some auxiliaries are impossible to pass to Spanish. So you need to study the English logic, guys.
Teacher,
Yes. So
in this example, speak is a verb. And the verb becomes an adjective.
Oh, no. The verb becomes a noun.
Okay.
Yes. Check this out. You need to transform the verb speak into a person. And what are persons? Persons are nouns and pronouns. Nouns are pronouns, names, concepts, things, etc. So in this case, speaking is not a verb. It's a concept. It's the activity of the verb speak. You see?
Okay.
And it's not an adjective, Xochitl, it's not an adjective because the order of adjectives need an article. We don't have an article. You need a quantifier, you need something before. If you remember orders of adjectives, complex nouns, then you can remember that the ing adjective need something before. You see? In this case, it's not.
Okay. Thank you, teacher.
Yes, of course. So this topic is super intermediate English. So very good. Let's talk about this specific ability. Okay? Look at the formula. Have here gerund, then number 2 verb, and number 3 complement. Okay? When we are talking about this specific sequence, you don't have a person. Well, yes, you have a person, but the person is not a human, it's not a person like you and me. We are talking about people. Okay? We are talking about an activity. So here, when the gerund is a noun, it can be the subject of the action. The subject, the person. Described by the verb. Technically, the gerund is a verb that functions as a noun. That works better. That works as a noun. Referring to an action, a process, or a state. In this case, a verb doesn't represent the verb. Yes? The verb section. In this case, the verb is not the verb section. Is the noun. The subject. Let's take it like this. Just like that. Some of the most commonly used gerunds are building, buying, living, etc. For example, give me your opinion on, for example, let's talk about, give me your opinion about building a house. Luis, do you think building a house is more expensive than buying a house? Yes, no, and why?
It depends if you find a house cheap or expensive.
Interesting. In your particular case, what did you prefer? Did you buy the house or did you build a house?
If you have the look, no, if you have lucky.
Oh, wait. You don't
And-
have lucky. You get
Okay.
lucky.
If you get lucky, of find a house.
What is the connector for verbs?
You find.
Connector for verbs?
Okay. To find,
exactly.
To find a house which price is
Better?
better. It combines you, but
Wait. It combines you. That's a Spanglish.
no.
It's a good option, or it's a better.
Okay.
It's a
Yes.
better option.
It's a better option.
Okay.
But if you don't find a house with as better option,
Okay.
you have to build in a house.
Have to build in a house. Watch out. This is the point of the class. Be careful with INGs because
you have to build a house.
You have to build, exactly. In this case, you said have to. So it's necessary the ing. But if I ask you, if I find a house in a very good price, what's my better option?
It is your better option.
What is your better option?
If you
eliminate if you.
Okay.
No subject. Use activity. What is the better option?
better option, buying a house.
Buying a house. Complete idea. Person verb complement. The person is a gerund. What is my better option?
Your better option is
Subject verb complement. Colocate the gerund at first.
You no.
You is a person. Colocate the gerund.
Buying
Exactly. Buying what?
buying a house
Verb.
is
Complement.
your better option.
Yes, sir. That's correct. Buying a house is your better option. So it's not necessarily the if or the person or etc. You see? It's using the ing in the position of the subject.
Okay.
Right? Okay,
But
that one was very, very interesting. Very, very interesting.
Teacher, I have a question. What is the
Yes, of
difference
course.
the building house versus buying house?
Building a house versus buying a house. Well, building is that you have the, you buy the land only,
Okay.
and then when you pass it, or when you get the land, you hire workers to build.
Okay. Okay.
And when
okay,
you
okay.
buy a house, the house is already built. Like somebody built the house for you.
Okay.
Right? So it's
Right.
sometimes economically or financially, it's a different cost.
Okay.
No?
Mm-hmm.
But that was a
Gotcha.
very good observation. Louis says that it depends. I agree. It depends on the price of the land, the price of the materials, the price of the house, the zone, the area. It depends. It depends a lot.
Okay.
Okay, what about Raul? What are the benefits of connector? What are the benefits of living in the city compared to Hidalgo, for example?
Me, teacher? I'm sorry.
Yes, of course. Yes, you.
Can you repeat, please, the question?
Okay, pay attention.
Yeah.
What are the benefits of living in the city compared with Hidalgo?
There are there are more lines communications.
Lines communications.
Oh,
Are you talking about transportation?
yes.
So yeah, eliminate communication. Transportation.
Transportation, lines of transportation.
Excellent. Complete idea.
There are much lines of transportation
Perfect. Be careful. Much is for uncountable. For countable?
Many.
Many. Exactly.
There are many lines of transportation.
Yes.
Um, in the city, we win much money in the world.
Okay, very good. Win? Be careful.
Win.
What is the
Win.
verb for? No, because when you win at the casino.
Okay.
When you are talking about work, this is a different verb. Many classes ago. Help, guys. What is the verb for money? No, nobody?
Earn or spend?
Exactly. Well, spend is the action to
The opposite, no?
the opposite. We are talking about salary. Did you hear Raul?
Earn?
Exactly. Do you remember earn?
No. Earn.
Raul, what happened? Okay, let's go to the dictionary.
Earn.
Earn.
To get money for work.
Okay.
So one more time. Again, your idea.
In the city, earn.
Who earns person verb complement?
In the city, I don't know, everybody.
Everybody, exactly.
Everybody earn.
I earn, you earn, he, she, everybody.
Earned.
Exactly. Remember, everybody, somebody, nobody, etc. are conjugated similar to he, she, it.
In the city, everybody earns much money.
Exactly.
Comparatively with Hidalgo
Okay.
state.
So then, what do you think? What's your opinion about living in the city?
My opinion. Working in the city is the best.
Okay, very good. Working. My question was living, but okay. Grammatically is correct. Working in the city is the best.
Yes? No.
Yes. Yeah, grammatically is correct. My question was living in general.
Okay.
But, well, there is a relation on living and working. It's similar. No?
Okay.
Very good, Raul. Excellent activity. Working in the city is the best, says Raul. Good. What about Sochil? Sochil, do you think psychological coaching is positive?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Interesting.
Mhm.
Sometimes what? Complete idea. Such as.
Mm.
Okay.
Sometimes is good.
What is good?
A psychological I forget the other word, teacher.
Exactly. Memory. Memory. Okay, I repeat.
Please.
Do you think psychological coaching
Okay.
is positive for you?
Okay. In my case, I think is good.
It's good. What
it's
is
good.
good? What is good?
Good
Complete.
is good. Psychological.
Memory. Again. Yeah. Yeah, because you are using your concentration on the opinion and not in the structure.
Okay, teacher.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Structure again. Do you think psychological coaching is positive?
Okay. In my case, in this moment.
In this moment, okay.
In this moment is good.
Incomplete. What is good?
In my case, in this moment, psychological coaching.
Excellent.
Is better.
Good because you are not comparing.
Is okay. Is good.
Okay, perfect.
Because it helped me.
I help you helping it.
Helps me.
Perfect.
Because it helps me.
Correct.
Over.
You can use a phrasal verb.
Okay.
There is a phrasal verb when you forget your problems.
Okay.
You see, to control something.
Okay.
Why does it help you?
Because it helps me get over get over my problems.
Excellent. Very good. That's an excellent answer. Very, very good. Yes. So complete idea. What helps you get over your problems? Person verb complement or gerund verb complement.
In this case, is getting over problems.
Well, what are you speaking about? Are you speaking about
psychological coaching?
Psychological coaching. So it's eliminate. Well, switch. What helps you get over your problems?
Okay. Psychological coaching.
Exactly.
Helps me get over problems.
Whose problems?
Get over my problems.
Exactly. That's correct. That is correct. Very good, Sachel. That's it. That's exactly the point of this lesson, people. The gerund goes in different positions, right? The gerund is a way to transform the verb into a subject. Okay?
In my sentence, the subject in gerund is coaching.
Exactly. Psychological coaching. Because the action is coach.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, teacher.
So precisely, very good. There you have it. All right. Let's talk about another example. So, the gerund, in what position do you collocate the gerund again?
First position.
To start.
First position, exactly, at the beginning. At the beginning, because start is a verb. At the beginning. Right?
Right.
Well, surprise, surprise. You can collocate the gerund in a different position too. Observe. The gerund can go in the complement too. Observe this formula. Subject, verb, gerund. Now, the person is a normal person, right? But it's a little different. Observe this example. If I tell you, something that has helped me to communicate at work is studying English. Let's repeat this example. Something that has helped me to communicate at work is studying English. So, what is the activity that this person says that is helpful? What has helped? Let me ask this question. What has helped this person communicate at work? What has helped this person communicate at work, guys?
Study.
Precisely. But you cannot answer study because a study is a verb.
Okay.
Here, study is not a verb.
Okay, in this case is studying.
Is studying, exactly. The answer is studying English. So the question what is answered with a gerund. You see? And if you analyze the situation, you have here something that has helped me communicate at work something that has helped me communicate at work. Let me make it bigger. Is this is the subject, this is the verb, and this is the gerund. Studying English. Now the gerund is in the position of the
Third.
On the what?
Third position.
The third position. What is the third position in the standard sentence?
complement?
In the complement, exactly. You see? So in this case, let me just change this. The gerund is in the position of the complement. You can collocate the gerund in these two different positions. In the subject position or in the complement position. You select. Yes or no? Any question?
No.
Let's try again. As you can see, you can notice that the subject is super long, no? The subject is super long. This is because technically we are inverting the idea. It's similar to say, studying English is something that has helped me to communicate at work, period. But you can switch. Something that has helped me to communicate at work is studying English. The idea is the same. It doesn't change. And grammatically, it is correct. Let me give you the example again. It's exactly the same if I say, something that has helped me to communicate at work is studying English. But I can also say, studying English is complement. Studying English is something that has helped me to communicate at work. Do you notice the inversion?
Yes, teacher.
Right? In this case, the reason it is exactly the same is because the verb to be is helping me understand the idea. The verb to be is for descriptions. And this is the principal verb of the sentence. Technically, we are describing the verb. Is. So, for this specific lesson, you need the verb be. Let's try again on the conversation. Okay? Conversation. Tell me, Robert. Robert, what is your favorite activity? Your favorite hobby? And why?
My favorite hobby is swim.
Swim is a verb.
My favorite hobby is swimming
Exactly.
because it's very relaxing for me.
Excellent. Very good. And now you used the correct adjective. You said relaxing and not relaxed, you know? You are changing your level of English, man. Very good.
Thank you.
Your favorite hobby is swimming, ing, because it's relaxing, ing. Relaxing is an adjective. Studying is a noun. No, swimming is a noun. Perfect. What about Michael? Michael, Tell me, what is an activity? No, what is something that kids don't like to do? What is something that kids don't like to do?
I think they don't like study English, study or go to the school.
Go to the school is a verb. Study is a verb. You don't need a verb.
No.
We are talking about activities.
Yeah.
Try again.
Okay, no. The kids hate washing dishes.
No, wait. The other verbs are correct.
Okay.
I mean, the context is correct. But grammatically, you cannot say go.
Okay. Okay.
Or study. You cannot say study grammatically. Contextually is correct. But you need to change the verb.
Okay.
What is a grammatical correction?
Studying?
ING pronunciation?
Studying.
Separate the syllable. Studying.
Studying.
All right, complete idea. What is something that kids hate?
They hate studying general.
Studying general. In general, no?
In general.
Exactly. Very good. That's much better. But you mentioned other two activities, no?
Yeah. The kids hate washing dishes.
Washing dishes.
That's it.
And the school.
And studying in general. And studying.
But you said go to school, no?
I go to the school, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that one. Correct. Corrected.
Okay. Yeah. In this case, they hate washing dishes
Washing dishes.
and go to the school.
Go is a verb.
And going
And going, exactly.
to the school.
And going to school, exactly. Did you see?
Okay.
The grammatical issue is not a context issue. You are thinking correctly. You understand correctly. It's a grammatical issue. The form of the verb should be considered too.
Yeah.
Right? Because we are only considering translating from Spanish to English. But we are not considering the time, the formulas, the rules. This is the part that is necessary.
Okay.
Okay? Nice. Janice. Tell me, Janice, what's bad for your health?
Sorry.
What's bad for your health?
Bad. Help.
Health.
What is right? Can you spell?
Are you typing in Google Translator?
No, in my blog note.
Okay. Oh.
The question. I take notes in my blog. The question.
Okay. I repeat. What's bad for your health?
Health.
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 What is health?
I don't know.
Yes, you know. Health. You spell it. Probably you're confused because you are pronouncing weird. Health.
Ah.
Yeah, right? Because you were
yes.
thinking in an F.
Yes.
No. Health.
Okay. For my hair, it's bad. The of Coca-Cola.
All right. Well, what is the action of Coca-Cola? What do you do with Coca?
I cannot drink. Drinking.
Watch out. If you say can, drink. I cannot drink. The formula is correct. Okay. But if I ask you, what is bad for your health?
Yes, I cannot drink Coca-Cola for my health.
Okay.
Because I have a problem in my vesícula.
Oh, how do you say physical in English? Vesicle. In your vesicle. Okay. Now eliminate I cannot.
Okay.
Respond the question. What is bad for your health?
For my health is bad. Drink Coca-Cola.
Uh-oh, here is the problem. For my health is a subject.
Yes.
Verb is. Complement. Bad.
Drinking,
exactly. Drink is verb. Drinking is a complement.
Okay.
Complete.
For my health is bad. Drinking Coca-Cola.
Excellent. Because
I have problem with my bicycle.
Bicycle? Vesicle. Vesicle. I have problems with my bicycle. Excellent. That's it. Very good. Let's make a pause, guys, because we have Jessie in the chat. Hello, Jess. Good night.
Hi. Good night.
Hello.
So, help me, please.
Yes.
Janet.
Hi, Jess.
Hi, Jan. Thank you. Good night. Luis Ocampo.
Present, yes.
Thank you, Luis. Good night. Michael.
Here, present.
Thank you, Michael. Good night. Raúl.
I'm here.
Thank you, Raúl. Good night. Robert.
Present.
Hi, Robert. Good night. Xochitl.
I'm here, teacher. Hello. Jessie. I'm sorry.
Hi, Xochitl. Don't worry. Don't worry. Thank you, Xochitl. Good night. And Cesar.
Cesar absent.
All right. So that's all. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night.
Night. See you later.
Good night.
See you. Thank you.
Hi, Jessie.
Very good. So here you have, guys, the gerund or the ing is a good strategy to keep in mind the correct position. Okay, the position of the verb determines the correct application. If the verb is first, you need ing. Let's collocate that in a nutshell. In a nutshell, 1. If you start a sentence with a verb, use the gerund. 2. If you have more than 2 verbs in a sentence, verify if you need the gerund or the connector to. Because what is the connector for 2 verbs?
2.
2. So, okay, when is necessary the connector to and when is necessary the gerund? Everything depends on the verb. The verbs be, like, hate, love, enjoy, usually have a gerund after it. For example, tell me, Luis, what do you enjoy the most? What do you enjoy the most?
Dancing. I enjoy to do the most. No.
Dancing, I enjoy organization.
No. Dancing. I enjoying.
Oh, wait.
No.
In this case, you have a person, no?
Mm-hmm.
What is the person?
I enjoying.
What is the person?
I.
So when you have a person, this is the subject. It's not necessary to use ing.
Okay.
So in this case is formula number 2. Formula for gerunds number 2.
Okay.
Right? Person, I. Right? Verb?
I enjoy.
Exactly. Complement.
I enjoy most dancing.
Most. Eliminate. Most. Well, no, eliminate. Incomplete. What do you enjoy the most?
The most.
What do you enjoy the most?
Dancing. I enjoy. No.
Again. It's formula 2.
I enjoy dancing the most.
Excellent. I enjoy dancing the most. You see, in this case, is formula 2. After the verbs be, like, hate, love, or enjoy. Precisely. You see what I mean? That's the one. Don't get confused on the position. The position is necessary, the gerund first, when there is no person. But when you have a person, in this case I, then collocate the gerund in the complement. In the complement part. Got it?
Mhm.
Question, for example, Robert. What do you like? What do you like to cook? No, when? When do you like to cook?
Okay, when?
When do you like to cook?
Okay. When I'm alone, I enjoy cooking.
All right, be careful. My question was to cook. And you changed to cooking.
Okay. When I'm alone, I enjoy cook.
Incomplete. Enjoy is a verb. Cook is a verb. What is the connector for two verbs? To. Exactly. It's necessary to collocate two. One more time.
When I'm alone, I enjoy to cook.
Exactly. That's it. You have a question, right?
When I'm alone, I enjoy to cook. How do you say if you have more? In this case, I don't need to use ing because I have two verbs in the sentence.
Kinda. It's correct. Grammatically, it's correct to say I enjoy cooking and I enjoy to cook. So what is the difference? Letter A. If you want to speak about the verb, use connector to. Of course, plus simple verb, no? If you want to speak about the activity, use the ing. So in this case, what did you do? You need to check, are you talking about the verb or are you talking about the activity? In this case, we are talking about the activity because, the verb. We are talking about the verb because it's a specific situation when you enjoy to cook. Right? If you speak in general, yes, in general, I enjoy cooking. But I enjoy to cook when I am alone. You see what I mean?
No, because it's not clear for me difference when I to talk about the verb and the activity.
Oh, because
For
in
example,
Spanish it's the same. No?
In this case, the verb. But for example, if I want to talk about the activity,
ing.
But your question changed, or it's the same question?
It's the same question. No, it depends. Well, it depends. My question was about the action. Let's change verb. Let's talk about action versus activity. An action is a verb, and an activity is a noun. That's the thing we have to see. So the action of cook. I cook at 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
This is action.
That's an action. But if I say I enjoy cooking, the action is enjoy.
And if I
Sure.
said I'm cooking bread,
That's an action. I am cooking in this moment.
Teacher, in this case is, for example, cooking at Christmas is when I like it.
Cooking at Christmas is when I like it. Grammatically correct, but it sounds strange.
Okay.
Like there's no reason to collocate like that. Cooking at Christmas is what I like. That sounds like Yoda.
Okay.
So we need to select. The reason this exists is not for all the sentences. Yes, not all the sentences can change to this. It depends on what you want to speak about. In your case, I enjoy cooking at Christmas. This is the correct position.
Okay.
I enjoy cooking at Christmas. But cooking at Christmas, I enjoy. This is super. Also, cooking at Christmas is a subject, and I is a subject. So you have double subject. That's impossible to say, right? Never have two subjects. Only one.
Okay.
You know? What happens with Robert in this case is that you, Robert, you are not watching the difference between a verb and a noun. That's the problem that you are having.
Probably.
Because we are thinking, yeah, we are thinking in Spanish, and in Spanish there's no difference. The action and the activity sound similar in Spanish. Comprar videojuegos es caro. Voy a comprar videojuegos. Para los dos usé comprar. Thinking in Spanish will affect this logic. You need to think about the position of the word in relation to the verb. You see? The word in relation to the principal verb. The connector to speaks about an action in English. And the ing speaks about the activity.
Okay.
Right? That's a difficult task. That's a very interesting thing. Let's take a little note about this. Don't think in Spanish, because this will not make sense at all. Let's take it over here. Let's think about the same example. Pensar en inglés es importante. Paréntesis. Action. And then, ¿es importante? No. Yo debo de pensar en inglés. No, this is the action, and this is the activity. Yes. Super confusing if you think in Spanish. Super confusing. But that is a secret, guys. There you have it, guys. This is the first nutshell of gerunds. Tomorrow we are going to have an activity and a new thing. So please study this part, and tomorrow we continue with part 2. All right? In this moment, we finished for today. Have a very good day.
Okay, bye.
I'll see you later, guys.
Bye, girls. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye. See you later.
Bye.
night.
Good night.
Good night. Bye.
See you.